Hi, yeah, and welcome back to part 2 of basing. Right, I went on and carried on earlier today, and I just dry brushed the full based one that I've done. I put a bit of stacked grass in the joints, and basically I used my special secret weapon ingredient there. And basically, let's see you can guess what that is. Right, these little green leafy looking things. Put it in a comment at the bottom, and we'll just see what everybody reckons they are. Alright? Just have a bit of a play with this one. Anyway, I've got this half one that we've done. And I'll go through the steps quickly of what I've done with that one. So you can do it for yourselves, and then you can play around and see what you can come up with. You can use different things. And you can give us sort of your feedback and tell us what you've done. Alright, anyway, we've just got some Codex Grey on a dry brush. Basically rub most of it off. Done the finger test. Just went really quickly over the cobbles, just to give that stony effect, leaving the joints all black still. And then we got a brown, bestial brown preferably. I knew where I put it would be a bonus. There it is. Just done the same with that. Took your brush, dried it right off again. Done the finger test to make sure, you know, it's not going to seep into all the cracks and joints. And just went over the rocks, or the sand, should I say. Alright. By which point I'll go back to a grey, and I've gone for an AV Stone Grey. Or if you're using just purely Games Workshop paints, you could use Fortress Grey, which is about the same sort of colour. This is actually probably slightly lighter. And again, done the same thing. Dried the brush right back. And again, straight over the top of the stone. Gone over a bit thick, look. But hey ho. Okay. So that'll give that a little bit of stone effect. And then we go back to the mud. And this time on the mud we use basically a snakebite leather, or if it's AV colour it would be leather brown. Exactly the same way. Trying to right off. If you see, I've got left a couple of gaps here, and that's just for static grass or anything you might like to put in there. There's just one more highlight to the mud effect that I like to use anyway. You don't have to go this next step, and that's bleach bone, or on AV colour. If it's the game colour, it's just basically bone white, or if it's the model colour you're using, I use ivory. And again, straight over the top of the sort of mudded area we're making. Gives it a nice little finish there. And we get some PVA. And make sure you're using really a cheap brush is ideal. You don't want to be using the same brush. End of the day, you'll kill it putting PVA all over it. And all I'll do then is, in the bare spots that are left behind, And I think I'm going to put a little bit just there. Okay. And we get our static grass, pair of tweezers, just literally dab it where you put the glue. And there you go, you've got something that's a little bit more unusual there. Something a bit different from just static grass and sand. I thought I'd show you a few other bits that I've been playing around with. That I've used Milliput on. Like I said, I've got a Nid Army. I've done that weird looking thing going around there. It looks a bit like an alien spore. And all that is basically I've stuck a rock down, standard rock from the garden. Basically Milliputted this, done a bit of sculpting work with the old tools, and then painted it up. There was the eggs I was telling you about on the last video. There's a couple of them on there. Open one, and a rounded one. And that's just sanded, dry brushed, bit of static grass on there. And then this one here, that's a tyrannid spore. I've completely made that out of Milliput. I didn't really fancy buying the plastic ones because I thought they were really expensive for what they were. So I decided I'll give it a go making them myself. And that's what I come up with. So, like I was saying, Milliput is, well, pretty awesome stuff to be fair. And then I also cast my own moulds. And I've got a lot of different moulds over the years. I've brought some and I've actually made my own moulds, and I've basically got a whole set of building moulds. You can actually got walls in there, stonework, brickwork and slate work. And these were all different pieces that were spare and left over. I broke them up and chucked them on the base. And again sanded with static grass round. I've got pieces of metal. These are actually paper clips that I actually cut and just stuck them in there. As you can see, you've got a marine net and he stands on it fine, perfectly, not a problem. Same with all of them, he will go on. You've just got to actually get them where you're happy with. What else we got here? And then maybe we should sort of do something on this next time. This one's actually made out of cork. This is a bottle cork. And I've just carved it up, painted it, and that's all different types of varnish. You can actually do a water effect with 5-minute epoxy glue, and we'll go over that on a different tutorial, but I just thought I'd give you a quick sample of some of the things I've been playing with lately. So anyway, hope you like this. I will go over more bases in the future. There's thousands of different types. I've done loads. I'm hoping that'll give you an idea for the second. If there's anything in particular that you want to see done in basing, give me a shout and I'll try and knock another tutorial up for you. Alright guys? Okay, well, have fun. I'm hoping you're enjoying these. Please leave some feedback so I know that it's worthwhile doing. Alright, and I hope to see you all pretty soon. Cheers.